All right, so I'm gonna try to make this one shorter than the last one because I thought that one was probably just a little too long for what this needs to be. But we're talking about the Activision deal one last time. I don't want to do this too many more times, but what if the deal does go through? Let's talk about it real quick. What's up, everybody? This is Supreme King back again with another video. I just want to talk about real quick if the Activision deal goes through. From what we know so far, it's still going to be business as usual as far as Call of Duty. That's what this is all about, especially for Jim Ryan. Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. The main thing that we would know is that they can't brand Call of Duty as a PlayStation game anymore. So that would probably hurt PlayStation a little bit, but it would still be on PlayStation. We already seen that they were trying to give them a 10-year deal and they would still have a deal in place, you know, for whatever the contract was anyway. Afterwards, I mean, the most that we're going to know is that it's going to go on Game Pass. That was pretty much obvious. And yeah, it will probably hurt PlayStation a little bit because I know a lot of people that literally only play Call of Duty and like GTA on the PlayStation and they don't even touch the other exclusives, but who cares? It's all about what you want, right? But the only thing about it that I'm just saying is after we're done talking about Call of Duty and it goes multi-plat or stays where it's at and only be on Xbox or even 10 years on Nintendo of all places, all I want to see is just, I want to see the same stuff I was talking about with the other video. I want to see more from Xbox's other platforms. And then also under Activision, I want to see a lot of those old games get revived. The ones that just went completely dead just so we can keep a yearly Call of Duty going. You might as well bring some of them back. Completely different genre, but Spyro the Dragon, they came out with that remaster of like all the old games, but only Crash got an actual fourth game, right? The fourth one, it's about time. Spyro didn't. So I would like to see the Spyro game come back just because, you know, there's a few of them there that I really can't think of right now, even though I hit record. I was going to shout out a few of them, but if you go back and look at that list of all the games under Activision Blizzard, there was a lot of them that we haven't seen in a long time, just a bunch of IPs. All I'm saying is I would like to see a bunch of them come back and they can go on Game Pass. They can be exclusive to Xbox. That's fine. And they'll have more platformers and keep these things on Xbox. I think Good Guy Feel is not what I want to see anymore. I want to see Phil with the stink face from the Game Awards. I want to see him get Vince McMahon almost. It's like, yo, bring back these games and make it all about you. You have to make your platform just as valuable as the other platforms, right? You got to do it. You got to do it. The only way to do it is to gatekeep on your platform. It seems pretty weird, you know, that's what the market demands, but technically it is. Just for Xbox and even Xbox and PC, you just got to actually gatekeep and put things on those platforms that you can't get on PlayStation, that you can't get on Nintendo. And that's what you got to do even with the Activision deal. I think they need to bring back Activision games that we haven't seen in a long time and add it to that Xbox catalog just to make it look more valuable, and try to get these games rolling out a little bit quicker if you can. I understand the work at home conditions and you had to fire a bunch of people who messed up Halo. You got to do what you got to do, but somehow, some way, get the ball rolling a little bit quicker. That's all I can ask for you. If it's hard, I understand. I'm not a developer. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves as gamers and we don't know how hard it is to develop. You know, it's a whole lot of different things and a whole lot of scenarios you can put together when majority of your people had to work at home for a solid year. You know, it slowed everything down. Even on the competing platforms, it's just, it is what it is. But they should have came out with something that was big. They came out with a bunch of little, but not as much that was big. You know, it really came back down to Halo, not even Gears, just Halo and Forza, right? But with the Activision deal, there's a lot there that they have that's a potential to come back and be big. That's not Call of Duty. I don't see too many people talk about anything else but Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the campaigns and stuff, the first Modern Warfare as well, like these games are fantastic for what they can bring, and then they have some stuff that's just like, you know, same old, but I want to see some of those other platforms come back. I mentioned the platforms that are platformers like Spyro, just because I'm a little biased towards that. I really like those really help me relax during the work week. Some of you can relate. There are still some other ones there. Tony Hawk was one that just seemed pretty odd. Like, I don't know how you can make that exclusive because Tony Hawk is a person. So I don't know. Indiana Jones was another name that came up. I don't know how they're going to do that either, but I'm pretty sure it's still being worked on in an Xbox studio. And then the 007 remake, right? That's going to surface at some point. I don't know if that's going to be exclusive either with the deal they have with Nintendo, but all I'm saying is I still just need to see your other games roll out, and I want to see other Activision games get the limelight again outside of Call of Duty. And then fire whoever you need to fire under Activision as well, because we already know they wasn't living right. We heard all those stories before, but that's all I got for you here. I don't think this needs to go any longer than the other video, even though it probably did. About 2 minutes less. That's all I got for you here. Leave a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.